Now, Brazseed, what kind of seeds are you dealing with?
Pasture. It's pasture seeds imported from Brazil.
Ah, that's where the Brazseed
Yeah.
comes from. I was going to
That's
ask
correct,
you where
yeah.
the name came from then. Yeah, so everything is from Brazil.
Everything. We specialize only in pasture seeds. Part of it is obviously the need for feed in Africa, worldwide. So we're giving the feed and the animals need to eat.
Yeah, I understand that, but what I don't understand is I thought we were self-sufficient in South Africa with seed. Does that mean we're not and we're having to buy from Brazil?
Not really. It's the seed, all the varieties we sell originates from Africa. The refinement was done in Brazil. So we're actually bringing it
We
back
need
to
the
Africa.
high protein.
Oh, so we can manufacture the seeds or at least grow the seed from an original plant, but the high protein that we don't have in this country and we have to send it away to be done.
That's correct.
It's not genetically modified. Important to know.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, is it
Not.
GMO crop?
Not.
Not at all.
It's only been refined. So Brazil's got the technology. They've been. I don't know. Hilly can help me here with the
For the
numbers.
last 30 years, they were the world leaders in pasture.
And red meat supply.
Yeah, things are moving very heavily in they're one of the BRIC countries, obviously
Yes,
Brazil,
yeah.
India, Russia, ourselves, and so on. They're very advanced in the biofuel field, which they're growing
Yeah.
from crop. Are you going to be bringing in that expertise from Brazil, because that's the number one country for it at the moment?
They're doing that with sugarcane, which as we
Ethanol,
know, yeah.
But
So
they also want to do it with sorghum.
they're busy with developing that. At this stage, no, we only in forage and green, going organic. The world demands more towards no supplementation, having some green feed, and that's what we're doing.
Which area are you selling most in? Because are you in the Cape area as well as the Natal region, or are you just mainly in the Free State area? And
No, in the whole Africa. We've
whole-
got the head office is in Mossel Bay, and the marketing office is in Viljoenskroon in the Free State.
Okay, but you're moving up into Africa as well, because that's a huge market,
Yes,
isn't it?
we're busy in Africa.
Whereabouts are you looking at in
At
Africa?
Namibia, Botswana, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Angola. Yeah, I think it's in Tanzania.
We're already there.
Yeah.
We've got crops there.
Yeah, because the countries surrounding South Africa really don't have the capacity to do what we're doing here. So we are not only farmers feeding the nation, you're feeding the farmers to feed the nations.
Yeah, that's correct.
It's
We're
quite
trying to
it's
do
quite a unique situation, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, well, we see it in Africa. The hunger is there. The hunger for knowledge, the hunger for technology. But there's a big. We've got a big job there.
Yeah, education is something you've just touched upon now. We've got an emerging black aspirant farming market. How much time do you put in your company to education?
A lot.
Now, we train a
A
lot
lot.
of black farmers because you don't need a huge of hectares to make a lot of money. With this pasture, you can make a big profit on a small piece of land.
Now that's good to hear, because the problem for the black farmer is that he doesn't own most of the land
Yeah.
he works on, and buying huge amounts of capital intensive equipment
Yes.
is out of his reach. So you're saying, here are we've got the solution to get you going.
Yeah, that's correct. In Brazil is 247 million cattle on this grass.
Woof. That's an awful lot,
Yes.
isn't it?
First they get the grass and then the cattle. And so we must do it in Africa. In Africa they get first the cattle and then there's no grass.
There's no grass. That has been...
That's the main problem. So we must educate the people.
Yeah.
You can't be a cattle farmer. You must be a pasture farmer.
If you have cattle and you don't have feed, then you can sell the cattle. I mean, you can't do anything with it. And we are making money for the small farmer on the land that he's got. You don't need to buy extra land. You don't need to buy expensive equipment. You can do this by hand, and what you have, utilize that, make money, and then expand. You can broadcast it by hand. So for the small farmer, he just needs physically a bag of seed in his hand, and he can sow it. Okay, and then we've got some hand equipment that we also sell where he can plant it by hand. And then what we're saying is take your 1 hectare land, utilize it by planting our pasture, which is very intensive. So you can get protein and dry matter returns on that 1 hectare, which normally in South Africa, you'd need 20 hectares for.
What can we look forward to in the future from Brazseed? I mean, what have you got coming up that's new that we could look at to telling the farming nation that we're talking to at the moment? What's new?
Gielie is working on a lot of projects involving upcoming farmers, especially. He's working with Omnia on projects. We want to bring a solution to the farmer. We're not selling seed. We are bringing a solution to the farmer. It's easy to sell seeds, so he's working with that. We're bringing in new varieties, 3 new varieties this year that we're launching. We're venturing into some exciting new product development, which I'm not at liberty to discuss now, but exciting year ahead for us, very exciting.